my name is Lisa Cohn. I'm the Director of Creative Arts and Parties for Kids, and we're here today with Liz, who is going to be a party coordinator. And we thought we would take this opportunity to go over some of the general guidelines, things that you're going to need, and things that you're going to need to do to be an effective party coordinator. It's a really fun job. It is a job that we created in response to the pandemic, to the COVID-19 pandemic. But as we have moved through the country and the world healing from the pandemic, we have found that having a party coordinator is a really effective way to have a successful event, and we are not going to discontinue that practice as we move through this process of the pandemic. So first thing I want to do is I want to go over what you are going to need to be the party coordinator. So I'm going to go over all the things that you need to gather with you that will be laid out for you. The first thing that you're going to have is you will have an invoice in an envelope. That invoice will be a copy of the contract that the client has replied to, so that all of the social distance rules and CDC guidelines that we expect them to adhere to are going to be on your clipboard. So you will have that in a little, you'll notice here, and I'm going to go through every detail so it's very clear. Our prop master will be creating a prop basket for each party. In that prop basket, you will see is the invoice in that area right there. So that is what you will use if you need to use to pull out to remind the clients of what they have signed, okay? You will have your prop basket, which the entertainers will have, but you are also going to be helping them hand them props and different things. So you need to be aware of where the prop basket is, and many times you will be there to help them carry it because they're in big poofy dresses, or sometimes they're in an Iron Man costume. So having you there to help is like having like their stage manager or their stagehand to help them. All right, now I'm going to go over the next thing that you're going to have. You are going to have either something like these stanchions or something in addition to the stanchions that are in the prop basket, like a little cone, something that will maintain a sort of separation between the entertainers and the children. And that is sort of like the magic line or the magic barrier or the magic mirror, whatever that may be. So your job will be to make sure that the children are not rushing, getting too close to the entertainers, and you will be responsible for some kind of stanchion or separation device. Then you will, that separation prop, that doesn't sound right. Then you're going to have a sanitization kit, okay? In that sanitization kit, there will be a package of clean gloves, and then another package that we will have marked dirty PPO or dirty gloves, okay? So that you will be wearing those gloves as you are sanitizing different things. Or you can also choose to just use hand sanitizer, that is up to you. You will also have your business cards, in case anybody asks for cards. You know me, I'm always ready with the cards. Extra clean masks. You will have both hand sanitizer here, all right, as well as spray sanitizer. And this one is probably one of the most important things. You must have this because as you go through the party, you are going to be sanitizing things, and obviously you can't put squishy gel all over a cute little dinosaur. Okay, so it'll be very messy. And this is the next thing that's very important, is something to show the spacing at an event. Now we have an outline that you can read, but today I'm going to go through this because I have Liz here and she's going to be doing a job today. So I'm going to kind of go do kind of like a play-by-play of what is going to happen at the party. Because you can read the outline, you don't need me to regurgitate that. So I'm going to pretend that I'm at a party and this is what's going to happen. First thing is I've been given the job of being the party coordinator. Bring, I'm going to call the mom. Hi, my name is Lisa Cohen. I'm going to be your party coordinator today. I know that you have 3 beautiful princesses and a face painter. That's awesome. I'm going to confirm the address, and I just want to let you know that I'm going to be there 10, 15 minutes early to just set up the space. So I kind of wanted to go over how that's going to be handled. Great, you have a nice big open space, wonderful. I will get there, we can talk, and I'll set up our area for you. Wonderful, okay, great. Well, I'm going to be there to help guide you through the whole event, and we're looking forward to it. Just keep in mind some things that we're going to need to do is coordinate the activities, and then especially when you want everyone to get ready for cake. All right, great. And also, I will be the one handing you your invoice. So in about 5 to 10 minutes before we're done, we'll just touch bases on that. Great, thank you so much. I know you've already heard from your entertainers on the artistic end of your event, but I'm here to help make this a wonderful event on the logistical end. Thank you. Okay, boom. So you're done. You've made a phone call. You've told the lady who you are, what your purpose is. Okay, you're separate from the entertainers. You're there to make this an awesome event. Then you're going to get to the event. You're going to be coordinating with the entertainers. Usually we will park like a little bit away from the house, okay? I usually like to do my party coordinating stuff first. So I'm going to take the basket away, okay? I'm going to get out of my car. I'm going to ask the entertainers if they'd like me to bring in their Bluetooth speaker for them, because it's hard for them to do that sometimes. I'll set up the Bluetooth speaker. A lot of times I'll get their music on their playlist and get that kind of ready to go. I'm not expecting to do that this first day. It's a little bit much. Your girls have that under control at this party. However, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to immediately scan the space. I'm going to figure out where they're going to kind of be, what makes sense. I've already talked to Mom about that. So we're going to pretend this is where our princesses are going to stand today. Then I'm going to take out my little dots. And I've already talked to the mom, so I know how many little dots I'm going to need. So then I'm going to take the little dots and I'm going to start setting them down on the space. I'm just going to put, and I'm going to measure it out. For the sake of the camera, I'm not going to keep I'm going to keep like approximately 6 feet, depending on how many children you have. I'm going to put them around. For the sake of today's video, we're going to keep this kind of small and kind of pulled in, but you do want to make sure that they maintain proper space. Then I'm going to go and make sure my bucket is out of space. I'm going to make sure that I'm sanitized, that I'm ready to go. I have sanitized my hands, okay, and I am the example, and I'm going to put on some music, or maybe I will wait for the princesses and I'll go, hello everybody, I'm so excited to be here for Sophia's party today. Are all of you excited for all the royals that are coming? Well, I'm sorry, probably move this that way. Before we get started today, I need everyone to find their royal magic bubble. As you can see, I have a rainbow, all sorts of beautiful magic bubbles. All right, on the count of 5, which is our magic number today, I need all of our party guests to come and find a spot on the ground. Wonderful. Oh, and Sophia, you can have the magic purple spot right there. Now, everyone, before we get started today, we're going to put our arms out to the side. We're going to draw a great big circle. And all of you are going to sing along with me. I draw my own space. I draw my own space. I put my arms out to the side and draw my own space. Now, as you know, today we have some very special guests coming. And it's very important so that we all stay safe and healthy, that we stay in our own magic bubbles. So that's why I have this here. So everyone stay in your magic bubble. You are not to cross the magic red rope, because that will ruin our magic today, and we want to make sure this is a special day for our beautiful princess. All right, everyone. And now, lords and ladies of the castle, we also expect all of you, if you do not have masks on, to maintain an appropriate social distancing. Now, in the past, it was 12 feet without a mask. At this point, so many people are vaccinated, you can do about 5 to 6 feet without a mask. Wonderful. That is great. Now, are we all ready? Okay, and then at this point, either you or they will turn on the music. You will either let them know that it's time for them to come in, do-do-do-do, and then the princesses come in, they start their entertainment. At that point, you are going to stand over to the side. As they do their entertainment, your job is to make sure that little kids aren't going running under this thing or over it, and if they do, remember our magic promise. I promise that I will stay in my magic bubble today. I mean, everybody has a different way that they handle this. You don't want to be obnoxious or intrusive, but you do have to maintain some strict boundaries. Okay, so in between every event, every party, you're going to have little proppy things that are going to be happening. So for example, if there's a magic wand used, or if the kids touch the rope or a parachute, in between each activity, you're going to go, okay, everybody, 1, 2, 3, time to put your hands out for me, time to sanitize with our magic sanitizer. And then you will get this, and the princesses, and you will sanitize in between each major event. So different kinds of touching of different kinds of props can happen. You can sanitize the parachute. Say this little guy, this is at the Mario Party, he's going to be jumping up and down the parachute. The kids are going to be grabbing him and putting him back on the parachute. Spray it once in a while. That's basically what you do. Then they're gonna ask you, could you please set up this for me or set up that for me? That you've got, for this particular party, Liz, you have a lot of very experienced entertainers. They'll probably be able to handle all that, and it is more of a presentational type thing. Having these dots down for them to dance around, and then when the music stops, curtsy, that is really helpful for them, okay? So then pretty much during that playing part of the party, you're working with and integrating with the entertainers, supporting them and protecting them, as well as the guests at the event. The next major function that a party coordinator has, other than helping the entertainers get through the event, working with them, setting up their props, sanitizing their props, the next major thing is to help set up the birthday cake. And so for this one, I was hoping that my wonderful cameraman could adjust the camera so we could go over by the magical dinosaur. Okay, so I have just now gone and talked to Mom and said, oh, you know, they're having so much fun, but now it's time for birthday cake. Wonderful. And you're going to take the stanchions, and if you do have stanchions, make sure you lift them from the bottom because they can be a bit tricky. And you're going to take them over here, and you are going to set them like this in front of the cake table. Okay, so say this is the cake table. Okay, now one of the things, and if it's a superhero party time, not going to have this. This is only for princesses usually because it looks pretty. Superheroes, you can have those little cones or whatever it is. You can use little dots. Then you're going to take the dots and you're going to spread the dots in front of this. Hopefully, what happens with the cake is that people crowd it. They get on top of the cake, and that's when you have a potential infection kind of problem. So then you're going to have your princesses or your heroes stand on either side of this stanchion. Usually the birthday child, you want to tell them to go behind the cake because you're not only there to provide, the sanitization, it's also helping the parents because a lot of times they have no idea what they're doing with birthday parties. They don't know how to set up a shot or picture or anything. Get the kid behind there, get the princesses over here, the parents back there. Okay, all right, everybody, and then the princesses will sing happy birthday, the kid will blow out the cake, and then you sanitize hands and you're done. And that's pretty much a quick going over of the how to social distance coordinate. Now, I'd like to take a second here and go over a little bit of the outline. We can stay right here for now. So if you go over the basic standards and guidelines in here, all events must be outside in a ventilated area, okay? That is very important. There will be times when you might be put into like a garage or that has an open door, but it's really up to you and me. If you have a question, you can always ask me if that's something that can be negotiated, okay? At the very end of the event, the party coordinator will be the one that takes that envelope and hands it to the client to get the payment. Either you will be bringing the payment back and putting it in the black box and letting me know. Now, one of the other things that's very important, I'm just trying to see if I missed anything here. One of the things that's very, very important is texting me when you get to an event, and the party coordinators oftentimes take pictures. So when you text, it's like, hi Lisa, I'm here, everything's all set up. Do a quick picture of what it looks like, text it to me. Then it's fun, you're just standing there for most of the time. Take a couple pictures, it's really nice. It provides nice pictures for us. It also gives me something if the mom says they weren't playing with the kids or something, I have a documentation that they are. And when you're done, you text me, party went great, everybody got a $50 tip is what we hope to hear, and then you take everything back to the studio. Then when you're done, all the entertainers come back, they drop everything off, and you can see back in the area we have dirty kits, clean kits, make sure you put everything away, and make sure it goes in the right area so that we have everything sanitized for the next event. What I'd like to do now is give you the opportunity, if you don't mind, to ask me any questions about the speech that you're giving, what you're doing today, that kind of thing. So,
well, I already got everything. You're kind of like, I'm going to follow your guideline. When we're leaving, when they do the cake, and
Oh,
like the party's done, um, how do I close?
how do you close? Okay,
Yeah.
that is a really good question, and I did forget something super important. One of the most important things that a party coordinator does is set up the photos. So
Okay.
at some point, either it'll be in front of the cake, or a lot of times people will have something like what we have over here, which is like a photo backdrop. Okay, you're handing out the cake, they've said happy birthday. Now the next thing you're gonna do, and thank you for asking that question, is set up the photos. And this is super important. So then you're going to take, we'll go ahead and have John move the camera again. And we're gonna go over here, and this might be where they're going to set up the photos. So this is our princess wall here at our studio, but most of the time you either will find a pretty place at their house. If they don't have one, a lot of times they'll have a little backdrop with Avengers or princesses or whatever, and then you will be bringing your sandwiches. Okay, everyone, now we had our cake. While we're eating our cake, it's time for our photo opportunities. Now you are going to need to also instruct the entertainers. Okay, now it's time for pictures. I need you all to stand back here. Okay. And then you're going to grab your dots. I'm going to set the dots out so that it will be a nice picture. So usually I will set the dots something like that in a 3. And then I'll have the princesses stand here or the heroes stand here. You have to use your own eye and your own judgment, okay? And now many of our princesses and our heroes are wearing what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing this because you can see my mouth and I'm in a safe environment. I am allowing the princesses and the heroes to make the choice whether they wear a chin guard or a shield or whether they wear a mask. That is their own personal decision. The children and the parents, as long as they're standing on these dots, they can take the mask off for the picture as long as they're facing away and they're an appropriate distance from the entertainers, okay? So, okay, everybody, then you'll say, okay, now I will literally say, okay, everyone, it's time to get in a line so we can take a picture with our princes and princesses. And I'll set up a little like line situation. Okay, we're gonna have 2 or 3 people at a time. A lot of times I'll put the birthday child in the middle, have the 2 guests, and they can be the constant. And then you just move them through. Okay, everybody, 3 pictures, and usually the moms will be taking the pictures so we don't have a professional photographer. Then you move them through, hand sanitize them before they come in, spray them before they come out. Get lots of cute pictures, and that's a really, really helpful thing because otherwise what you are going to have is all of a sudden a mom is going to come up and she's going to want to put her arm around the princess. How do you do that? Excuse me, ma'am, I'm so sorry. We really want you to have a lovely picture. I've set this lovely, this photo setup will be beautiful, your pictures today. I'm sorry, but we cannot stand next to the princesses and take our masks off or our heroes. You are going to have to redirect them. The children are going to want to fly under this. Oh my goodness, everybody, make sure you stand on your magic dot. You cannot let them do that. If you are running into a situation where they're being difficult, text or let me know. But most of the time, they're quite aware. We've already told them these are our parameters. We can do these jobs, but this is how it has to get done. And as they say, oh, I've been vaccinated. How do we know whether they've been vaccinated? We have to kind of put our performers' safety at the top of the list. That is more important. I would rather get a complaint from a client that we are being too careful than hear that someone got sick, because nothing is more important. And this is really important. I'm saying this right now. Nothing is more important than the health of our entertainers and the health of our clients and the health of everyone here that works for us. We have somehow managed to get through this pandemic, not just staying in business, but flourishing in business. And we're very proud of that. So if you have any other further questions, please refer to the training manual. And do you have any further questions? And I really want to thank her. She is jumping into this position today. And I want to thank all of you that take this responsibility on as a party coordinator, because it's a really, really kind of fun job. You get to see a lot of our beautiful parties, and you get to be out there doing one of the most important things that you can do, which is protecting our performers. Thank you.
You didn't do that close up.
Oh, the closing?
Yeah, the closing, like how do you
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Are we still filming? All right, everyone. It's time for all of our princesses to go back to the royal castle. I just got a call all right, everyone. Guess what? I just heard from headquarters that all the heroes have another another person to rescue or another party to go to, you can make it up, right?
Okay.
But so it's time for everyone to say goodbye to all of our royal princesses. Thank you so much. It's been so lovely for all of us from Creative Parties for Kids to be here today. And we hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. And a lot of times the princes and princesses will do that too. And then you start packing it up. You take up your stanchions, you get everybody out. This is another thing that's really important. When you go out to the car and you meet the princes and princesses out or heroes or whatever, take that spray. I can't tell you how many times I remember, like, okay, I tell my princesses, close your eyes, put your arms out, and go like this, and I have them walk in a circle, and I spray them down. You spray every part of that costume down before it goes into the car. Thank you for bringing that up. Just spray the pieces down. It's not going to go in your car. It is there. And please do not expect your party coordinator to return your stuff. It is the performer's responsibility to return their own costumes. But if you can spray everything down, so before it goes into the car, God forbid something did get on it, it's a little cleaner. And at that point, you text me, you let me know what it is. When you're done, you return your things. If there is a balance, it goes in a little black box. And that will be for us to put as a paid event. And sometimes there's tips. If there's tips, it is the party coordinator's job to split them up. A lot of times people say put $100 on the card. John and I need to know that, or there's $100 cash, like that kind of thing. You know that from your daughter performing. Now, are there any more questions? Okay, thank you. Bye.